all the hours I had in the middle of the day to work on making a video went to nothing today because I just was a big fat fail. So it is now 9 o'clock at night, and I'm going to film this and edit it and hopefully get it posted before midnight. As I mentioned before, I really like Alex Day's idea for Lifescouts, and I've actually made a couple videos before telling stories about some of the badges that I have, and I figured today I would tell a few more. So recently I've been doing more. I started getting into photography about 4 years ago with just like a little point and shoot camera. And even though I have a 60D now, which is what I record my videos with, sometimes I'll still take out my G12 point and shoot just because it works better in certain applications. Like most people, I haven't taken classes for it, but I really like photography, not necessarily taking pictures, which I feel like is more just like documenting what's happening and not really thinking about, you know, composition and the art and the light and the colors and all that kind of stuff. That's the side that I really like, is seeing something and then trying to create what you're seeing or the feeling that you're seeing in that image onto a digital or print image versus one that's just in your brain. A lot of the photos I like were taken on like hikes and some of my outdoor trips where I don't have control over the light or the wind or what I have around me to try and prop up my camera or what have you. I might have my tripod with me, but not always. And I feel like that always provides an extra challenge. You might see something, but now how do I get what I see onto the camera when I don't have control over all these other aspects? The one photo that I've actually had selected for exhibition in a photo competition, I took with my like super cheap like first digital camera that I got, just a little point and shoot. And in the competition, I didn't place or anything like that, but it did feel really weird having all of the ones that won were like flowers that were in studios with like professional lighting and all this kind of stuff. And mine was like a little flower that I found up a canyon in the desert and had to time for wind and sun and all this kind of stuff. I just felt like it felt like kind of cheating for a flower. They needed an outdoor flowers category. I took a Java programming class in college because I wanted to. It wasn't a part of my major or my minors or general education or anything like that. I just thought that it'd be really interesting to kind of learn how that programming and working with a programming language works. And I really, really enjoyed it. Everything just kind of made sense, like logical steps. Like if you did and followed the steps properly, it would work at the end. And if you weren't meticulous about crossing your T's and dotting your I's and closing all your parentheses, then it wouldn't work. But it wasn't some like magic. It wasn't working because, you know, the cells were unhappy or unhealthy or something. It was working because you typed it in wrong. But I really enjoyed it, and I would suggest that if you are in high school or going into college, learn broadly and just take classes that you find interesting, even if they're not in your major or minor G or whatever. So I've been to one drive-in movie. It was held at the fairgrounds. They used to bring like a inflatable screen, and then they'd tell what movie was playing, and you could drive up and tune your radio to it. And I had a crappy radio in my car, so the audio wasn't that great. I remember enjoying it. I don't really remember what movie we watched, although I do remember who I was with that time. Don't make it weird. I don't remember the movie and remember the person, not because of that. Play nice. So my family moved into this house in 2001, and around that time we ended up getting a ping pong table, and I played a lot and really liked it. And I'm bummed that I don't get to play as much as I do. But once I got to high school, I found that my school had a ping pong club. My friend and I readily joined, and we would bring our paddles to school, and then found that we didn't really want to carry them around all day, and if we just left them in our locker, they'd get banged up, and our lockers are pretty full because they were fairly small. So we devised a way to store our paddles. His mom is a fashion and sewing teacher at Orange Coast College, and she's the one that I learned to sew from. So we went out and picked our fabric and our zippers and everything and made a little pouch with a loop in it so that we could hang them like on the inside on the side of our locker. And I still have it today. So hopefully once my brother moves back home from school, we can play some more ping pong. I guess this month officially counts for my vlogging badge, and I've actually really enjoyed it. I wish I could keep doing videos every day or every weekday or have you. Unfortunately, having work during the day, it makes it very challenging, and sometimes I'm up late working on it, and I kind of want my mornings to be able to exercise. So once November is done, I will keep posting videos, hopefully about 2 a week, maybe more if I get spur of the moment and want to record something. But I've really enjoyed it, and I feel like I've learned a lot so far, and there's still a couple weeks to go, or a week and a half, or however much time is left now. Anyway, if you haven't seen my other Lifescouts videos, you can go check them out and check out the rest of Lifescouts through Alex Day's Lifescouts Tumblr. You can see all the badges and people sharing stories and that kind of thing. And I think it's kind of a pretty cool idea. I'll see you tomorrow.